Hi guys, so this will be my analysis on GU guys. Let's do a top-down analysis on GU. So as we can see right here that GU, this is a monthly time frame guys. So let's see what GU is doing, right? Let's take one step at a time. You know that um market structure is the key. So we can see right here that we have a break of structure, right? Then we have another break of structure right here, right? Which kind of shows that the market is bullish overall, right? So if I use my Fibonacci right here from point A here right here to point B, from point A to point B, right? We can see that the market is still might still give us some sort of like that push, right? To continue to come to the upside to at least my um negative 27% fib level right there. So but like I said, this is a monthly time frame, so we have to be kind of careful because I am not a swing trader, neither am I a positional trader, right? So let's see what the market is doing on the weekly time frame, right? So as you can see that we still have some sort of like breakup structure, right? Still have that breakup structure here. So we can see that we continue to break structure right here. We broke this previous one right here, right? We can see more breakup structure, right? More breakup structure right here too. So this was the breakup structure we had, the last breakup structure we had to the upside. We can see an impulse correction, broke record corrected. Then we have, so this was the last eye we have. So that was the last eye we had, right? Before we started tanking to the downside, and you can see that we turned to the downside right here, broke this previous high, which now gave us the change of structure. So we have the chip break of structure right here, right? So then it started breaking structure. We started having more change of character structure, right? This was broken too, right? So now let's go to more smaller time frame. Let's go to my daily time frame and let's see what the market, right? So we can see that we continue to have that right here. So where are we currently here? This is a significant area right here because if you look at the analysis I made, right, we can see that the market, yeah, right, we had this impulsive move, like I said, correction around this area right here before we start tanking to the upside to give us the break of structure that it did around this area right here. So which made this area valid, right? So now what are we going to do now is because that area is valid and we are currently reacting around that area, right? So I'm gonna draw here. There's like an other block right here that we have to look forward to, because like I said, the market is in an uptrend, right? But that does not mean we can't sell as well, depending on what we are reacting at and what we are seeing. But as of right now, we can see a sell even despite the fact that overall the market is in an uptrend, right? Then we also have an imbalance right here that the market might actually start reacting from, right? Before it might tank to the upside, depending on how the market do. But we have that imbalance right here, there. Yeah. So now let's go to my 4 hour time frame. Let's see what the market is doing there. That 4 hour time frame, we can see, right? So based on this, right? Mm, so you're gonna work on this current price action. I still think we might. Mm, so let me adjust this on a smaller time frame. Let's see this right here. Put this around here. You can see on a smaller time frame, right? If I have, there's this internal broker structure too that we have, which kind of make this also sort of like invalid, to be honest. Make this area right here invalid, and I think that's where we are currently reacting from. If I zoom out a little bit, absolutely, that's where we're reacting from. So me from here, right? Let me go to my daily time frame to see if I can draw. Okay, around this area right here. That's where. So let's go to 4 hour time frame. Let's see if I can make adjustments to that. Okay, let's go see 2 hour time frame. This right here. So as we can see, because we've been reacting around that area right here, like I said, which sort of make it valid, right? Sort of make it a valid point, right? So now I have two scenarios because this is also a valid point, right? We might continue to push to the upside, like I said, because this is a valid point right here. Or if it breaks this area right here, so if you see a break of structure right around this area, right, then this will be our next valid point. But we have to see a break of structure before we realize. But this area right here, you can see that it's giving this sort of like a break of structure right here. So there's that possibility for it to come here for us to tank to the upside, because this is also a valid zone, like I mentioned, right? So now let's see what this is doing. So we can see that we've been breaking structure, right? Then we have a change. This is our last, let's just put this like our last break of structure right here. That's our last break of structure, right? As you can see, then we came right here. that gave us the change of character right here for the impulsive move to the downside, right? We came right here, right? Then after then we started breaking more structure, which makes it valid for the down move, right? Then we started breaking structure right here, more structure broken right here, right? Let's go to more smaller time frame for more data. So as you can see right here, that the market continued to break that structure, right? But we can see that as it was breaking structure, it didn't actually retrace from like an origin, so it left a lot of imbalances, right? So let's just start with this first scenario right here, right? As soon as it broke this structure, we had this change of character. However, we wanted to come right here for us to take the uptrade, right? But we can see that the markets just continue to broke the structure right here, right? But I would have wanted it to at least come around this area right here for us to take the trade, right? But we can see that the market did not um react around that area. Instead, the market came, right? Came here, retraced here, broke another structure, but did not come up here to retrace, right? So the market has just given us that higher low, but it didn't go where we want to kind of like take trade from. So that became invalid, right? So we can see that the market did another break of structure right around this area right here, and was thinking the market would probably come up to this level right here to retest before pushing to the downside. But as you can see, that the market started retracing around that area right there, so which make that other block also invalid. But we are currently around this area right here, right? This is our current one. Let's go to daily time frame. Okay, so this is our current other block right here. Oh, sorry, 1 hour time frame. This is our current other block right here. Right here, right? So there is that possibility of it. If it's gonna continue to push to the downside, right? I would want something like this impulsive move right here, right? Coming here, retracing around this area right here for us to continue to tank to the downside, right? That's a possibility, but that's the place we have to be careful about. So I'm going to leave that there because it's a valid point. Like I said, because we're rejecting around this area right here. So I still see the impulse right here, correction and a continuation to around this area right here, as we can see. So now what I'm going to do now is, okay, let's see what the market is doing here. Let's go to my 40-minute time frame, 35. Okay, now you can adjust that there. We also have this imbalance right here. So this imbalance right here. So if I use my mini fib right from point A here to point B, we can see, let's change that. Point B, we can see that my negative 27% fib level also aligns with that area right here. And my negative 61.8% fib level aligns with the previous other block that I talked about. So let me put this right here because this is also very valid, right? This area right here is valid, just like I mentioned before, because the retracement was predicting the retracement should come around this area for me to take the trade around this area right here. It means this retracement that we have, this one to come here, it's like I explained, for further drop to the downside. But because that became invalid, right? We can see now that my 61.8% fib levels. So what are we going to do now is, right, because of that, when the market gets to this level right here, the way the market reacts around this level will determine if you're going to get here. So if you see a break of structure right here, broke this previous structure right here, then there is a big possibility that we might get to this area right here. And that's when we always say we have to be patient for more confirmation, because you can't just take trade from here because you think it's my reverse. You have to be patient to know that the market is might reverse or might not reverse here, and that's why we be patient whenever we are taking trades. So what are we gonna do now is, I think I'm gonna extend that. Okay, so the market is pushing to the upside, definitely based on what we are seeing right here. Let's go to my 30-minute time frame and see. Okay, we can see that the first change of character we had was around this area right here. It broke this previous eye right here, and that's where we had our change of character, right? Then we started having more break of structure right here. You can see even if it's small, we still had the break of structure, right? Before we see, let's go to my 15-minute time frame. Okay, we can see that this was our first um this was our first change of character, right, that we had. Then we had more break of structure right here, right? We started breaking structures, right? We can see because this right here is, yeah, we can see it started breaking that structure. Then we can see that this was like our first break of structure round around this area right here, right? Which make it sort of valid for reaction around this area, and that's what we've been seeing, a reaction around that area. So if I use my right here, you can see that reaction around this area is quite valid. Let's go to 2 minutes so I can shrink it. Reaction around this area, it's quite valid, to be honest, right? Because that's the, we have that break of structure right here. This broke the structure right here. This broke the structure right here, right? Which is valid for us to continue to tank to the upside. So at least this one should at least come over here to give us another break of structure, break this previous structure. Then we might see a retracement for us to hit our negative 27% fib level. Right, so assuming this area right here becomes invalid, then our next valid move for more entry, right, would probably be around here. That will definitely be here, will be our next valid, right? But we can see that that did not happen because this become validated, and that's how we trade. We trade for confirmation. This will have been my first point of interest, right? But assuming if that point of interest fail, then this next will be our second point of interest. But because the first point of interest was valid, and we can see that around that area we started having, so from here right here, right, that's where we had that break of structure right here, right? We have break of structure, sorry, change of character right here from the down move. That's when that becomes valid, right? But we can see that the change of character did not break this previous low. So that also now shows that we might continue to push to the downside um instead of uptrend because did not break this overall structure, and that is how I trade in like more of like an easy and simple way. So now what are we doing now is we can now see, let's face this current price action, right? So let's see for a minute. Okay, it's easier for me to walk around here. So this is now when we had this breakout structure as well, right? We started broken structure right here, right? Then it came to this area right here, right? Then we had change of character here. So that is why market structure is king, guys. Just have to understand market structure. It just makes things easier, right? We broke structure right here. Then we changed character, then we broke structure. Then it's now become more valid because we broke this previous high from the downtrend, right? So that kind of solidified our move that we are going to the upside, guys. We're definitely going to the upside. So now let's see how the market is playing right here. Let's go to my 15-minute time frame. Okay, so this was how we broke. This was how we broke structure. We had this, right, to break the structure to the upside, and now it's sort of reacting around this area right here. You can see that it's reacting around this area right here. It's reacting this area right here. So now let's see if the market, this, because it's reacting this area right here. So firstly, I would like the market, this particular one right here. So to take an entry, right, I want this particular reaction right here to break this structure right here. If it breaks the structure right here, right, then I will enter based on the retracement, probably maybe around this area. Then this will be our entry for me to ride it to my first TP level, which is 1.2641, right? So that's what I'll be waiting for on GU, because like I said, anything can happen. So because we just reacted around this area right here, let it break the structure. If we continue to break structure, then I'm gonna be more certain that we are gonna continue to buy, right? But if the market, just like we know, we don't predict the market, react to the market, so that's why I'm always on both sides, right? So just in case the market breaks structure, right? If the market did not break the structure right here to give us the higher high right here, right? Then we might kind of be on a down move because you can see that we are reacting around this area right here. So that's a consideration for us to look forward to. So I'm gonna put right here just to make sure that what I'm looking forward to now is a buy, right? First of all, is a buy, right? First of all, is a buy. So this will become invalid right here, will become invalid if this market right here closes above this previous high, right? And then I'll be looking for a buy, just like I mentioned, for us to for the first TP level, right? But if the markets continue to react around this area right here, which is doing before the market closes on Friday, right? If the area continue to react around this area, and I see this, right, and more confirmation, broke previous structure with test, right, and continue to ride to the downside, then my next target will certainly be right around this area right here. So I'm gonna do both possibility. So let's see point A, oh, sorry, point A to point B. Point A to point B right here. Okay, let's see. Okay, definitely this area will be my next target. My next 26% area. I'll target to be here. Hmm. I hope you guys understand the way I'm analyzing. Yeah, I just take my analysis step by step, right? So this will be for downtrend. So if you're going on a downtrend, like I mentioned, want something like this, break that structure, right? And give us an entry. Then I'm going to write it. Yeah. So this will be for sell. Let's put price. That for sell. Then if you're going to buy, just like I mentioned, for us to get a buy, I will want us to have this impulsive move, right, that we have right here to break this previous high, right? If we break this previous high, um, sorry, this impulsive move right here, break this previous high, then I want a move, right? Come down here, sort of like retrace, right? Then we're gonna write it to my first TP, which is here. That will be my first TP, which is here. My second TP will be my negative 27% fib level, which is here. Let's see, it's good. Okay, guys. So this will be my, let's just put right here. So this is my analysis on J, guys. I hope you guys find it helpful. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, like, and share. And I'll see you in my next analysis, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye.